What's happening, guys? It's snowing here in sunny southern Alberta, so I think it's time to get some work done in the garage. Let's go. Alright, so this is where we are going to start today. Yesterday I actually took and sawzalled off the foam blocks off of the wood form boards and then glued and strapped those all together so that today we're starting with just a solid block of foam. The reason I did that was those wood forms were kind of starting to get in the way. I wanted to carve past where they were, and they were leaving ridges where the sander wouldn't sand the wood evenly with the foam. So now we just have one solid block of foam, and it should make carving it a lot easier. So today I want to kind of finalize the form. I want to carve in a body line along kind of probably 3 inches up from the chassis here. Get that kind of symmetrical on both sides. I have a way that I think should work for that. And then maybe get started on smoothing it out and filling in the cracks. So let's just pull the clamps off of this guy and start carving. I cut a body line into this. I think if we don't put a body line in, it's just going to be too plain and kind of slab-sided. So I've drawn out what I think my body line should look like. The problem is if I cut it on this side, there's no way that I'm going to be able to match it on the other. So before we cut it, I'm going to take this big long strip of paper that I just taped together, lay it over here, draw that body line onto it, and then cut it out. So then I have a template that I can kind of move side to side, so we can hopefully get that body line the same on either side. So let's tape this up and draw it out. Alright, it's not a super complex body line, but at least now we got the same one on either side. So let's start carving that into the foam. Alright, I think that's enough detail into the foam. Because it is undersized, I think a lot of the details are going to get done in the filler anyhow. So let's take and move this form onto some sawhorses and grab some, I'm going to use drywall mud. We'll grab that and start filling her in. I never once thought that I'd be using drywall compound on this car, but it seems to work. So I got a good coat on there. We're gonna leave that to dry. Obviously we can't do anything while that's happening, so I guess that's the end of the episode. Next week we'll probably be continuing on to that, or we might move on to the chassis here and I kind of do that in the background because it's gonna be a lot of sanding and drywalling and waiting, and so we might just move on, but I don't know. Doesn't matter, we'll figure it out then. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. See you next week.